be starting out with my skin, and I'm going to be using Strobe Liquid Lotion in Golden Elixir, and I'm also going to be mixing M.A.C Pro Longwear Concealer together kind of to create my own foundation. And I'm going to be using a Real Techniques buffing brush to apply that on my skin. Okay, next I'm going to be moving on to brows, and I'm going to be taking Anastasia Blonde Brow Powder, and I just recently purchased this. I've heard a lot about Anastasia brow products before, so I wanted to give them a try. So hopefully I really like it. This is my first time ever using her products. And I'm going to take a 266 brush from M.A.C to apply this on my brows. I'm going to use the lighter shade of the palette in the front of my brow and the darker shade of the palette on the outer corner of my brows. I want my brows to be fairly natural. And after I'm through with applying the powder, I'm going to take the Anastasia, this is the Clear Brow Gel. Just going to run that over my brows just to keep them in place. I'm going to be using Black Chromographic pencil from M.A.C, which is one of my favorites. It's a really creamy textured pencil and it's very, very black. So you can use it all around the eye to kind of smoke it out, use it inside the eye, and it just creates a really pretty black smoky look. So I'm going to take this just along my lash line here. And then using a 217 from M.A.C, I'm just going to slowly buff that out and work that up my lid. After I'm through blending out the Black Chromaline pencil all over my eye, and I took it underneath as well, I'm going to take Bulletproof from Sugarpill, which is a really dark black eyeshadow. And I'm just going to press that with the 217 on top of that pencil, just to darken it a bit and set that pencil. After I'm through with that, I'm going to be taking a clean 224 brush, and I'm just going to run that along everything just to make it real seamless. We do want this smoky eye to be a little messy, but I don't want it to be too messy. I still want it to be wearable. So I'm just going to buff out these edges. And before I add any mascara, I'm going to take Reflex Antique Gold glitter from M.A.C, which is absolutely beautiful. It just adds a nice little touch of something to any smoky eye. I'm going to take a 217 from M.A.C. I'm just going to place that on top. I'm going to be using M.A.C in Extreme Dimension Lash Mascara just to kind of switch things up a little bit. I've told you guys before that Hot and Naughty is my all-time favorite, which it is, but I don't want to use that mascara in every single video, so I'm just going to switch things up a little bit. Now I'm going to be moving back to the skin. I'm going to be using Smooth Indulgence Concealer in Nude from Dermablend, which is my go-to everyday concealer. It just works good for me and really brightens up my under eye area. I'm just going to use a little bit just right under here, just to kind of cancel out this darkness a bit we got going on. After concealer, I'm going to add a bit of bronzer. I'm going to be taking my Soleil Tan De Chanel from Chanel. It's the cream bronzer with the Real Techniques buffing brush. Just going to give my face a little bit of color. Kind of sculpt it out a little bit. I'm also going to be setting my under eye area with Emphasize from M.A.C Pro. It's a highlighting powder with a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. And I'm just going to focus this under my eye area just to set it here. And this will just brighten up my under eye area and set my concealer. I'm also going to powder all over with Studio Fix and NC30, which is the full coverage powder from MAC. Looks like this. With the Real Techniques, this is the multitask brush. And this will give me a little bit more coverage. And just set that concealer and strobe liquid concoction I made earlier. For cheeks, I'm going to be using Mocha from MAC, which is just a really pretty kind of dusty pink. It doesn't have any shimmer, and I think it'll just be a nice just kind of touch of color on my cheeks without looking like too much. So I'm going to take that same multitask brush and just kind of push that on the back of my cheek. Okay, and for lips, I'm going to be using Rouge Volupte No. 1 from YSL, which is a really pretty pink. I'm just going to press it on and then rub it in with my finger just to kind of shear it out. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this Reb-Elle trend inspired video. If you guys have any requests, please leave them below and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Sugar, sugar, how now? Take your body down.